Well, hey, happy Saturday afternoon. Second day with FSD version 12.5.2.1. Going to do something that I normally do with each new version of the Tesla FSD supervised software upgrades that I get. The most difficult area, in my humble opinion, in the Houston, Texas metro area, the George Bush Intercontinental Airport. Rental car terminal to the Terminal C departures, to Terminal A departures, past Terminals C and E arrivals, and on back to the rental car center. So let's just see how Tesla FSD Supervised version 12.5.2.1 does. Here we go. Beautiful day. A little bit hot. 98 degrees here in the Houston area. Sunny, very partly cloudy. I'd almost say barely partly cloudy. All right, we got a right turn here at the stop sign. Very good. I will tell you, 2 days in, one of the things that 12.5.2.1 has completely cured is the hesitation at whether you take a left turn or a right turn out of that cul-de-sac. Previously, it would creep at least a couple of times, maybe even 3 times, just due to the fact that the visual ability was cut off pretty well there. There's so many bushes and trees, especially to the left of us as we were coming out of there, that it hindered it, and it really had to inch its way up before it felt comfortable. As you can tell, that is over. That is done. Love it. And it's not just that one intersection right there. I've noticed that in several other places. Much more confidence. All right, going into the roundabout, going to make an immediate right. Great job. No traffic in the roundabout, so that obviously made it easier, but nonetheless kept a good speed. Coming to a stop sign here. Got a 3-way stop. Come to a complete stop. Now we make our left. A little bit of hesitation there. Not too bad. Just a skosh of hesitation. Make a right turn here, although there's no stop sign. There we go. Slow down a little bit for that Dodge Ram truck coming through there. We need to give them a little bit of wider berth. That was perfect. Come to another stop here, 4-way stop, and then we're going to take a left. No hesitation on that one. Very good. Now we are on a fairly narrow country road here. Not very good lane markings. Tesla FSD does a great job of navigating these narrow country roads, even when there's barely visible lane markings. Then we're going to come to a Another three-way stop up here in about 100 yards. Take a right. There's generally been a little bit of hesitation, maybe one or two creeps and a little bit of hesitation at this stop sign. See how we do here. Come to complete stop. No hesitation at all there. Perfect. Perfect. Then we're going to come to a two-way stop with a railroad intersection immediately to our left with lots of traffic. It's fairly complex, and I've mentioned this before in my other videos. This is not the best laid out railroad intersection I've ever seen. I'm not exactly sure why they did it exactly like this. I would have thought they might want to put stoplights here. Actually, we actually do have accidents here from time to time. I can't say in all honesty how often that happens, but I can say at least once a month I see an accident. Nothing major, but a fender bender. All right, we're coming to the stop sign and we're going to take a left. We should be good. Excellent. No hesitation whatsoever. Making our way over the railroad tracks. And then we're going to make a left turn at the stop here. Once this Hyundai gets going, we'll come up, make a complete stop. We should be good. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now we are on Highway 494 going into the Kingwood, Texas area. We just left Porter, Texas. Got quite a lot of road construction coming up here to our right. And we got to maneuver over to the left a bit. There we go. Excellent, excellent. Now we've got a little bit of a, we'll call it a backup, but quite a bit of traffic here to get through the light at 494 and North Park. And as you can see, this is historically a 4-lane highway here, 2 lanes on each side. But because of the road construction, it's down to a 2-lane. We've got narrow lanes with no lane markings, a bunch of road construction to the right, and Tesla FSD Supervised version 12.5.2.1 is handling it like a champ. Okay, coming up here, we got a stoplight. There you go. Yes, we should stop when we have a stoplight. Perfect. Now we can turn right on red, but as you can see, a lot of oncoming traffic from our left on North Park Drive here in Kingwood. And that is pretty normal for a Saturday afternoon. Going to be pretty busy going through here, which is a good time to do this, to test this out on a Saturday afternoon, where it's going to be the busiest around Kingwood, Humble, Texas area, the airport. Now there's no more oncoming traffic on North Park, but we have the other turning lane. Opposite turning lane has the right of way, and there we go. Perfect. Perfect timing. make our right onto North Park Drive. Get over into the leftmost lane since we are going to need to get up on the freeway in order to go to the airport. Excellent. And we have the same issue here. This is generally 6 lanes of traffic right here where North Park Drive intersects with East Tex Freeway. We usually have 2 left turning lanes that both go underneath the freeway, and then there's 2 straightaway lanes and then 2 right turning lanes, so that if you need to turn right onto the feeder to go north on East Tex Freeway, you got that. Well, as you can see, we are down to 2 total lanes. Basically 1 turning lane and 1 straightaway lane that can also turn right. 4 lanes have been taken over with construction. All right, starting to move up here, but we're gonna get stuck again going through this light. That's fine. That's fine. Now it's open back up. Now you can see the additional lanes. So it's gone back up to 5 lanes, or I'm sorry, 4 lanes. So I will be very happy when they get all of the construction completed on North Park Drive. That'll be great. It's definitely needed. They need to expand North Park Drive. We've had so much population influx into the Porter, Kingwood, New Caney, Humble, Atascocita area. Basically the northeast suburban area of the Houston metropolitan area. It has just skyrocketed. And I know that there's other areas of Texas that have seen similar. I know Dallas, a bunch of areas of Dallas have increased quite a bit. Austin, obviously. Man, Austin, I want to say, seems to me each time I go back to Austin, it's like they've 10x'd their city in the last 20 years. But we've also seen that quite a bit here in Houston. All right, we're going underneath the freeway, going underneath East Tex Freeway. Gonna turn left, slow down a bit. Got the Chevy Tahoe right in front of us. Give them a little space. Make our turn perfect. Doing great. Yeah, we've had a lot of population influx, and it's great. We've had a lot of great new people. In fact, in my little neighborhood there in Porter, we've got 3 or 4 people that are originally from Chicago. In fact, a couple of cops used to be on the Chicago Police Department, and they decided to, after they retired, they had some family down here, and they moved down to Houston, the Houston metro area. All right, we're going to move over another lane to the left so that we can get up on 59 East Tex Freeway. Perfect. A couple of people from Michigan. Well, in my own house, a ton of people from California. I obviously married into that. I married into LA family, Los Angeles. So I get the best of both worlds. Get the great cost of living here, but also get the opportunity to go to Southern California quite a bit for family. All right, we are continuing on to East Tex Freeway, picking up a little speed here. we'll be on East Tex Freeway for about another 3.5 miles until we get to Will Clayton Parkway, which is the main thoroughfare into the Houston George Bush Intercontinental Airport. See, I've met a lot of great people, amazing people, absolutely amazing. A lot of crazy insights too. A handful of them obviously moved in the last 4 or 5 years, so some interesting stories there. Man, beautiful day. Wish it wasn't so hot. Now it's showing 100 degrees. Woo! Lord. Now that's one thing they probably don't like about their move here, is that we are in late September, and okay, now it just went down to 99. So we hit triple digits there for a second. Now we're back down into the double digits at least. Gotta take your little wins. We're 99, not 100. My electric vehicle took it from 100 down to 99. Doing my part. All right, about another 1.5 miles. We are now going through Humble, Texas, spelled H-U-M-B-L-E, Humble. And a lot of great history to Humble, Texas. That's where Howard Hughes had his oil company and worked out of here for quite a while, back I believe in the 40s and 50s, before he moved out to, I believe it was Vegas or wherever he went to live out his remaining years. Humble Oil, which obviously was an offshoot of Standard Oil, and then I believe got bought out by Gulf Oil, which then got bought out by Chevron. So, yeah. All of the oil companies that you hear about today, originally they all came out of Standard Oil, Rockefeller. And that all started right here in Humble, Texas. Obviously the refineries were up in the Midwest, Cincinnati, Ohio area, and a bunch of other places along the lakes up there. But as far as like the oil company headquarters and management, that was all right here in Humble. Now that was, you got to go back 100 years for that. Not a lot of that left anymore. Nothing but just basically a bedroom community for Houston, Texas now. All right, we got off of East Tex Freeway. We are on the feeder, and about a little over a 1/4 mile, we will turn right onto Will Clayton Parkway. We got our blinker on to get into the right lane. Perfect. Perfect. And there's our sign, Intercontinental Airport. Slowing down a little bit. Got some road work signs up here. Get over to the middle lane, I believe. There we go. But we have to be cautious because we got oncoming traffic that we have to merge with, and did that perfectly. And we are now on Will Clayton Parkway, the main thoroughfare into the airport. Got some road work up here to our left. A little bit of a bump. That should be another big bump there. That should be the end of the road work. I can see why they need to do road work. Now we are officially getting into the airport area. Got the long-term parking areas over to our right. So if you don't want to spend an arm and a leg at the on-site parking garages, you can park over here. Those days will hopefully and fortunately be over once we have an unsupervised robo-taxi network. There'll never be a need to do long-term parking at any airport. And imagine the amount of savings that will put into millions of middle class and lower income families that can be spent on more value added stuff. Got a Tesla supercharger over to our right at the Ramada Inn. That's been there for, gosh, I want to say about a year now. So that's outstanding, having one near the airport. And it's a pretty good size one too. I believe there's 12 individual chargers. They're all 250 chargers. 250s. 250s. That's some more long-term parking to our right. And then directly ahead, you can see the main sign for the George Bush Intercontinental Airport. And our first stop, and where I always like to begin the airport part of this gauntlet, is at the rental car center. And the reason why I like to use the rental car center, I've said this before in previous gauntlet run videos on previous versions of the Tesla FSD supervised software, is that in a robo-taxi world, there's obviously going to be like staging areas for the vehicles. And in today's environment, the closest thing to resemble a staging environment for something like a robo-taxi network near a high traffic area would be rental car centers at an airport, because they're generally very, very large. They're generally not right at the airport. They're a little bit, they're on site, but they're generally a good mile or two, maybe even more away. Well, generally a lot more away, so that they can build larger platforms. So that would be, in my humble opinion, the closest thing you can get to a proxy for a staging area for robo-taxis is a airport rental car center. So that is where we're headed. And so we have forked to the left. We're not going to the terminals yet. We're going to the rental car center. There we go. Forked over to the left. FSD is doing absolutely amazing thus far. Got a car in front of us that's slowing down, which is not abnormal at the airport. Folks don't know where they're going. They're trying to look for signs. They're confused. Even local Houstonians don't come to the airport all the time. So if you think about a typical Houstonian, or any city, How many times do you drive to the airport in a year? Probably a single handful. Unless you're a road warrior, obviously. But most folks are not road warriors. So when they come to the airport, they have no clue where they're going. So they're looking at all the signs. Got to give them a little grace. All right. Fork over here. Oh, little bump there. Okay. Slow down a little bit right here. Up to a stop sign. It is not a four-way. Got a young lady in front of us. There we go, make a left. Gonna make another left here after this work truck goes through. Slowing down. Great job. Maneuvered around that truck slowing down. Did not get completely off the road, but we dealt with it. Okay, we got a yield here. Let's see how we do. Oh, that was very nice of that Cadillac Escalade. They actually got over for us. Thank you. It's a pretty Escalade too, all blacked out. A little narrow. That's a little narrow though. Usually those things are pretty wide. Pretty narrow. See what we got here. Got some buses lined up along the... That's interesting. Got their hazards on. Very interesting. There's 4 or 5 charter buses lined up there. Yeah, to our right is a lot of, I would call it an industrial park on the airport side. So you got like United Airlines, all the airlines have some offices over there. All right, we're gonna make a left up here. We do not have a stop, so they have to yield to us, but obviously we're gonna need to slow down a bit. Okay. Need to yield. Great job. Got the cell phone lot over to our right. We need to get over to the right. We're gonna have to slow down. Give room for this Beamer right here. right, there's a sign. We are at the rental car center. So let's see where navigation takes us to now that we're on the rental car center site. Hopefully a pretty good place to park so that we can regroup and get ready for the next leg of the gauntlet. And honestly, the most difficult. And even beyond that, I would say the most difficult FSD gauntlet that the city of Houston can possibly give you. All right, stop, make our right. Got a car stuck on the road here with its hazards on. We got to make a left here, but we got oncoming traffic. All right, let's make our way over to the Terminal C departures area and see how we do. And let's go. We're off. Oh, we got somebody trying to park first. Let them park. All right. Somebody was about to come into the parking area, so we hesitated a little bit. Make a right turn here. Right turn out of the rental car center area. I screwed up. It wasn't the on getting here to the rental car center. I screwed up. I put the wrong pin in. So Tesla navigation got me to the rental car center area, but it actually took me. It was trying to take me to the place to go get a rental car, which I obviously don't need. So I got that all fixed and got parked. But it took me to where I had programmed it in. Just I didn't need a rental car. So I'll remember that for next time. Got the correct navigation set for the parking area where you're not going to get a rental car. So apologies about that. Alright, making our way out of the rental car area. Now yield. Now merge. Good job. Get over another lane. Good job. Stay to our right so that we can go to Terminal C. The Houston Airport has got two separate areas. It's basically divided between one area for Terminals A and B and one area for Terminals C, D, and E. A and B is more of the regional airlines, and C, D, and E are more of fully domestic and international. So we will be hitting both parts of the airport today. We're going to start with Terminal C, which is the busiest terminal at the Houston Intercontinental Airport. And the last time I was here, there was still a ton of construction. So we'll see what the status of that is. Hopefully it's gotten a little better. It was just terrible before, to the point where it was almost undoable. It's undoable for a human driver with experience, because all the signs were wrong. There was so much construction that they had temporary signs, and the signs were actually wrong, so people were having to do loops around the airport after they figured it out. All right, continuing to make our loop around. Lane for Terminal C, D, and E. Okay, C departures. Got some road construction to the left still. Okay, we're still in the correct lane. Well, there's no signs anymore, it's all written on the road, but we're currently in the right place. Let's see how we do here. Stay in this lane. Good job, good job. All right, making our way through terminal here. There we go. We can actually go ahead and exit out of that. We are done. We have made it up to Terminal C departures, but now we need to go to Terminal A, and let's just see what we do to maneuver our way through here. Looks like it wants to get around and go left. Let's see if it does that. There we go. Good job. Right, making our way through Terminal C departures ramp successfully. Now we're leaving Terminal C and gonna make our way over to Terminal A. All right, we definitely got a lot of construction up here, and then again, all of Terminal C and E arrivals coming through this area. Let's see what we can do here. Moving on up. Yeah, this is bad. Look at all this construction to our left. Folks just have either no clue or they're trying to avoid individuals coming out of the terminal to the left onto the road. Continuing to move our way up. Yeah, this is just, man, the amount of construction to our left is just incredible. And then everything, all of the arrivals for Terminal C and E are coming out of this area. So you've got to combat with that in order to then get over to Terminal A. But you got to do it if you're going to be a robo-taxi at the Houston Intercontinental Airport. You're just going to have to work your way through it. Yeah, so there's been a ton of construction going on here at our airport in Houston. And as you can see, it has not let up. It got a little bit better going into Terminal C. There was still quite a bit, but I would say as we were progressing into the Terminal C departures ramp, the level of construction there had definitely gotten better in the past few months since I was last here. So that's good. I would say the only bad part is that the signs were pretty good at the beginning and then non-existent towards the end. So when it made that decision to correctly go up to the ramp, it was reading signs on the road, like literally painted on the surface of the road. There were no road signs to tell you to take that ramp instead of staying right. So that's a good sign for FSD, for 12.5.2.1, that it's done that. So that's good. There's one good thing. Let that car in. Might as well. Yeah, you got to be courteous. So now that we were courteous to that Toyota Highlander, maybe they'll be courteous to someone else. Who knows? Oop, they need to get their permanent license plate on. They're a day late. Look at that, September 20th. I believe the day's the 21st. So hopefully they got that in the mail. Yeah, this is just crazy. And this is normal. I mean, granted, Saturday afternoon can be busy at the airport, but this is pretty typical right here, right now, for our airport. This is how bad it's gotten. I was really happy about its decision making both in getting up to Terminal C departures. Oh, this Toyota Highlander has done well, so much for my theory on if you're courteous to someone else, they'll be courteous. They've obviously got to get somewhere quicker than I do. Yeah, that theory did not pan out. They just ran across 2 lanes of traffic in this. But going back to what I was saying, that was great. The way the decision making it made, it had to be able to read signs on the road in order to get up to the Terminal C departures ramp, because you got a decision to make there. There's 3 different ways you can go. You can go left to the parking garage, and we didn't want to do that. You can go right to go to Terminal C baggage claim and arrivals, one side of the arrivals, or go the right way, or go take the near left fork and go to departures. But you have to be able to read a sign on the road in order to do it. So it did that well, and it was very confident too. I noticed that it wasn't like, it didn't seem like it was vacillating. Like it knew where it wanted to go and it went there. So that's great. All right, continuing to move our way forward, matriculate up. We got another car here that wants to get over. They've probably got somebody they need to pick up from Terminal C or E that just arrived. It looks like we may be trying to give them some space, and now they're not going to take it. They're going to move on up. That's all right. And now we'll continue to move up. Continuing to inch our way forward. And now we are soon to be in the arrival section, where folks are literally walking out onto the road to meet their pickup. Got a young lady right there. She's waiting for somebody. Probably can't see her. She's to my immediate left. All right. Continue to move up. Doing great so far. This is just, you know, like I said, for a robo-taxi in a large city, this is going to be a very large part of that. So we got to see where we are on it. Did great on Terminal C. Just did that fantastic. So let's see how we do getting through this horrendous area. Folks are obviously frustrated, anxious to pick up their loved ones. They don't want to miss them and then have to do another loop around the airport and get back in this all over again. So you can imagine tempers can flare around this area. I've actually seen some fist fights break out in this staging area. That's why they have, used to have quite a few policemen, Houston PD, out here. I'm not seeing many right now. Inch up again. All right, somebody wants to get over. Let's see if Tesla FSD lets the Honda Accord get on over. Well, the Honda Accord can't really go anywhere anyway because there's a Ford F-150 up ahead of them that they're stopped as well. But it'll work its way out. It always does. Just keep moving forward. You're doing great so far, FSD. Alright, that Honda Accord is getting in front of the Prius. Letting the old, wow, Crown Victoria. Now that's a blast from the past. Nice. Alright, we want to get over. And we're going to get over behind this Tesla. Awesome. Good deal. Got a Model X there in front of it. I believe that's a Model X, yeah. Marine Corps too. There we go. Alright, we have a policeman in the middle of the road to our left. Let's hopefully we can navigate him fairly well. There we go. Slow down a little bit. There we go. What's that? Okay. It's trying not to drive over you. It is, it's coming. It's trying not to get over your feet. All right, had to talk to the police officer there just to let him know that we were not wanting to run over his feet. All right, made it through. All right, well, we had to do one quick hit of the accelerator to let the Tesla know it was okay to move forward. But I wanted the cops to know we're trying not to run over you. That was good. Didn't have to disengage. Did have one small intervention. But I think you can see that that was not a big deal. What I always say about like those interventions where there's literally a police officer standing directly along your wheel line, like his feet were literally directly along the line with my left side wheels. But what I always tell people about that, I don't fret about those interventions, because think about it this way. If a police officer's yelling at a robo-taxi to keep moving forward and it doesn't because it doesn't want to run them over, it's going to walk up to the car. Well, guess what then? You're out of the way of the car. So that's actually kind of what happened right there, is when I talked to the police officer, he moved up a bit, and that helped out. So literally all I had to do was just like a quick tap. But technically, that was an intervention. That was a small intervention. All right, we need to get over to the right. Good job. Now we're going to the side of the airport that's Terminal A and B. Stoplight here. Yeah, that was great. That was awesome. So we made it all the way up to Terminal C departure ramps. Did not have to disengage to get up to the correct ramp. Then we progressed through the ramp, made it all the way through Terminal C, E, and E arrivals without having to disengage whatsoever. Did have to do a small accelerator tap to let the Tesla FSD know that it was okay to go towards the police officer. Okay, now we are in Terminal A. I'm gonna roll the window down here just to... Okay, we're coming through, we're coming through. All right, we got some police officers in the... This one may be interesting because we got one on each side. Let's see if we can make it through. Let's see if we can make it through. We're making it through. There we go. Let them in front. It's doing good. Keep going. Keep going. There you go. There you go. There you go. Awesome. All right, well, careful now. We got a bus coming up here. Let's roll this window up. Okay. Keep going. Now, I don't know. We may need to be... Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, that bus is like right there on it. Wow. Good job. Awesome. Awesome. Great job. Great job. Nice. Well, we were very fortunate there that those two police officers were not standing directly either in front of us or had their feet on the white line. So that helped a bit, I will admit that. But that was still good. It went through. That wasn't just one police officer, that was two of them. And it threaded them. Great job, 12.5.2.1. Excellent. All right, now we are going by Terminal A and B arrivals. Not a lot of people out there, so that one was not as difficult. Wow. Great job. Great job. All right, we need to stay in this lane. We're going back to the rental car center. And I believe I put in the correct navigation this time. So, whoa! Oh my gosh! Did y'all see that? That Fiat? Oh my God! Dude! I think he tapped. Oh my gosh. I think he actually skidded off the concrete cylinder there. All right, we need to get over a little more. Oh my gosh. I told you, people are just crazy. They are absolutely crazy at the airport. Wow. I hope he's okay. Looked like he was... I saw the dust come off of it. Man. All right. Get that out of my mind. Ow. Awesome job, Tesla FSD. Awesome job. Made it through the gauntlet with 0 disengagements, critical or non-critical, none of it. And again, we had no interventions to get up to, no interventions or disengagements to get up to, there we go, there we go. Wow, they got around those work trucks very well too. Good job. What was I gonna say? No disengagements or interventions to get up to Terminal C departures or get through it. Got through the Terminal C and E arrival side with no disengagements. Had 1 accelerator tap intervention to speed up through a police officer. But again, that one doesn't bother me at all. Because like I said, the only reason it was taking its time to move forward is the police officer's feet were directly on the tire line. So once he moved, we were good. Yeah, I hope he realizes. I've talked to a couple. I've got some in my family, and then I've talked to a few out there. I was like, man, y'all got to be careful. Because sometimes I don't think I don't know, they know where their feet are actually at. But I guess what their expectation is that you'll move forward and you won't hit the cars to your right or left, but then that you'll know as a human to do that quick little maneuver to avoid them as you're going through. All right. So anyway, done with that. Let's see how we do actually getting to the correct place in the rental car. I do not want to go to a rental car pickup. I am not getting a rental car. My bad. That is on me. That was on JC, not Tesla FSD. Tesla FSD Supervised version 12.5.2.1 got us all the way to the right area, into the rental car area. But yeah, I had to redo the navigation to get us over to here. But this time, imagine that. I put in the correct navigation and it worked out perfectly. All right. Coming around here. Why don't we park right over here? Go. That Ram hit the curb over there. All right. Great job, Tesla FSD. We did the gauntlet. And that was about as good as it gets. I mean, it's just not going to run over a police officer's feet. It's just not going to do that. So I count that as 100% successful. Because like I said, if you're standing in front of an autonomous vehicle and your feet are directly in front of it and it doesn't move and you want it to move, well, what are you going to have to do? Walk towards it. And guess what that act is going to do? It's going to get your feet out of the line of the car, and then the car is going to move forward. So I count that as a good one. And then the way it threaded those two police officers at Terminal A, that was amazing. That was awesome. And just matriculated its way through there. Very, very good. All right. So shut it down here for a quick second, regroup, and then we will head on back to the casa. Talk to you soon. Bye. All right. We finished the gauntlet at the Houston George Bush Intercontinental Airport, and now it's time to head on home. Let's go. Getting out of the rental car parking lot offstage area. Moving our way through here. Make this curve. Take a right. Great job. Yeah, navigated that parking lot very well. And we're gonna come to a stop and then do an unprotected left. Great job. Excellent. Got a stop sign up here in about 100 feet. We'll make a right. Come to a total stop. There we go. Make our right. Got some road construction to the right. Need to avoid that. Great job. Very confident. Got another stop sign up here. They were first. Let them through. We'll go ahead. Go under JFK. Come to another complete stop and then make a left onto the feeder that will take us onto JFK out of the airport. There we go, perfect. I think we'll be on this feeder for about a mile. Make our way over to the left. Should be good. Good job. Traffic light coming up here. About a half a mile away from the Beltway, Beltway 8. We'll be on the Beltway for a little bit and then get back on East Tex Freeway going north towards the casa. It's cooled down a little bit. It's a breezy 97 degrees now. Got a Chevy Malibu here from Florida. I don't know if that's actually somebody from Florida, if that's just a rental car. There's a Tesla. Model Y. Beautiful Model Y. Dark black. That looks great. Now we got the green light. Woo! That GMC. He was in a hurry. That's dangerous, dude. Lane. I think we got to get over. Yeah, there's the Beltway. Sure, we got to get. Yep. Slow down. Get behind the Camry. Great job. Wow. Excellent job. With not a lot of room. Yeah, they don't give you a lot of room to get over there. Great job. Wow. Onto the feeder here. Good 150 feet up in the air. You want to build your trust in Tesla FSD? Come to Houston and get on these sky-high feeder roads. All right, we're coming back down from our orbit. Now we are on Beltway 8. Got to merge. Great job merging. Picking up a little speed here. Got East Tex Freeway coming up in about a half mile. I believe we are already in the correct lane to go 59 north, East Tex Freeway north. Yeah, pretty sure. Yes, sir. Good job. Continue moving through here. To get back into our orbital pattern, 150 feet above the ground. There we go. Stayed on the left fork. Maintaining a really good speed. Distance in front of us and behind us. Good job. Some merging traffic coming from the other side of the Beltway onto East Tex. handled it perfectly. And now we are on East Tex Freeway going north. Start moving over to get away from slower traffic. Get over another lane. Good job. On East Tex Freeway for about another 7 miles. Slow down a little bit. That Lincoln pulled in front of us. That's okay. Well, you always got to keep a little space. Safety. Because you just never know. Got a little bit of traffic right here, but it's moving along really well. Even though we're a little bit congested, we're all moving along at about 65, 67 miles an hour. I know a bunch of y'all are going to be impressed that I've done 2 days worth of FSD drives on this brand new version of Tesla FSD, and I haven't hit up a Whataburger yet. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. When it's all said and done, that'll highly likely be up there on top stops, top locations on my drives. All right, traffic is evening out a little bit now. Getting over into a faster lane. There we go. Traffic's moving very well, about 70 miles an hour, which is pretty slow by Houston standards. About another 4 miles till we get our exit, so we got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Awesome. Moving along at about 75 now. Starting to even out. We get further and further away from Houston. miles. Yeah, I'm just so happy with how it did at the airport. Man, it did great. Wow. And it was not just that it made it through, but that it was confident as it made it through. There was no vacillating. And just, oh, okay. Well, she's not vacillating right now either. She's like, go ahead and get around. Wow, okay. She was like, you want to talk about not vacillating? Well, now you're going to have to slow down because we got to start getting over. We got about a mile. I think we should be able to make our exit. Doesn't really concern me through here. Like if we miss this exit, there's another one about a mile up that's equidistant to my house, so that's never concerned me, because sometimes it is tough to get all the way over from the left lane to the exit lane over here from North Park Drive. We'll see. Let's see how we do. A little bit of congestion to work with here. All right, got over another lane, and we need to get over one more. There we go, with room to spare, with a couple hundred yards to spare. She was like, just shut up and talk. That didn't make any sense. Shut up and talk. You know what I mean? Shut up and sit back and look pretty. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm just really happy. It did great. It, you know, it not only got through with no disengagements and just one little quick accelerator push that, like I said before, that's the environment that a robo-taxi would be in. That in and of itself cure that problem. I mean, I hope they never engineer a robo-taxi that'll literally try to run a cop over. So we don't want to see that. But like I said before, I don't mind those little ones there, because I know that the environment itself around the robo-taxi will make that mute. So yeah, no disengagements of any kind, critical or non-critical. No real interventions to try to stay on our path, or mixed up traffic lights or signs or anything. It read everything perfectly. And it was confident. There was, yeah, you just did not see any questioning going on. Like usually in the older versions, you could literally see the vehicle trying to make decisions as the wheels going crazy. And there was none of that. It's just pure confidence. I am so excited for the next iteration. So this is 12.5.2.1. My understanding is that 12.5.3 is basically the same FSD version. It's just got actually Smart Summon ass, which they've rolled out to the OG, some of the OGs. I am not an OG. I'm a baby. I'm a baby boy. I just came into this community literally a year and a half ago. So I really do, though, I want to say this. I appreciate all the love that I get from all of y'all on X and the community on my videos and the content I put up there. You know, y'all make me feel so welcome for somebody that's literally only been in this community since, you know, I want to say like the second quarter of 2023 is when I got back on X. got my first Tesla. And so y'all damn near treat me like an OG, but I am not one. I'm just a baby bird. I'm a little baby. All right, we're at the intersection. That person had the right of way, and whoa, baby girl, Lord have mercy. Like, you see what I'm talking about? Like, once it was our time to go, she had everything processed, and it was time to go, she went. So good. So good. Yeah, I did that railroad intersection like a champ. All right, we got a stop sign here, three-way stop. Come to our complete stop. There we go, 0. Take our left. Very smooth. No lane to look for, but she makes one anyway. Got a car in our lane up there, but they'll be out of it soon. Good job. And good job to you as well, Nissan Rogue. Yeah, man, I'm just so happy with how it did at the airport. Now, obviously, that's a gauntlet that I don't like to do all the time, because you can see why. It's time consuming, because it's such a hornet's nest at our airport that when you go run that gauntlet, you know, I don't know about the airports in your towns. Hopefully it doesn't take like an hour or two just to make a loop around your airport, but it does in Houston. And so that's why I say, inarguably, that our airport is the most difficult, complex area to drive in Houston, Texas. And so the way that it maneuvered through there with so much confidence, man, I am inspired. I am so excited for the 10-10 event. It's happening, folks. It is happening. It is absolutely happening. All right, we got a little bit of, got some traffic, and then obviously cars on the side, but we're doing great. Good job. Good job. Man. All right, that Kia cut their turn a little close there. They came into our lane, but we handled it perfectly. All right, got a roundabout coming up here in about 100 feet. No traffic in the roundabout, so should be pretty easy. No incoming traffic. Yeah, this one was easy. All right. Got a couple of trash cans still out on the side of the road. We maneuver around those very well. Going to make a left at the stop sign. And this is a one-way stop. The traffic going left and right here has the right of way. They do not have a stop sign, so we have to take a little, but man, again, the creeping behavior and the tentativeness, it's gone. It is completely gone with 12.5. All right. Well, this long form video is going to be long. It's going to be long. And I'm just going to upload all of it. I mean, there's going to be some parts of it that I could probably try to speed up through, but quite frankly, I'm not sure how. I think I did some talking during some of those slower periods, so. But I did not have the radio on this time, so I should be able to upload it to both YouTube and X. sometimes as it stands right now, it is just still easier to upload a very long video to YouTube than it is to X. My other videos, if it's less than an hour, I'm fine just doing it on X. But yeah, these ones that go longer, you know, can get up close to a couple hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. It's still just, YouTube's just so much faster. So I know X is working on it. We're getting there. We're getting there. Every week, every month, there seems to be another improvement to the X platform. And that's another thing I'm really excited for, is what we're going to be doing with the X platform. Yep. All right, we found a stopping spot. All right, stop it right there. So yeah, that was great. So I will get busy now on getting all this downloaded, all the video data downloaded, and get it uploaded to X and YouTube, but mainly X. That's where I, you know, I'm all on board for let's make X continue. It's already the #1 platform. Let's make it even bigger, badder, and better. So yeah, that was great. So love it. I will get all that done, and hope y'all have an excellent rest of your Saturday afternoon, and I will talk to y'all soon.